Hello, everybody, and welcome. We are back. I hope everyone had a great Monday after an awesome weekend. It is I, Captain Bourne, your host of the 10-Minute Sports Report. Sorry, I clicked on this link and it says Netflix. The title of the headline is Netflix movie watched over 40 million times just in 5 days despite criticism. So I was reading what movie that is, and it looks like, if you're a fan of thriller movies and French language, it's called Under Paris. I guess like Paris floods and then a shark comes in, or Paris doesn't even flood, just a shark just starts attacking people in like the canals of Paris. So basically just French Jaws. So that's how we're going to start today. All right, 10 minutes to sport on a Monday after a stellar weekend. I hope everyone had a nice, relaxing weekend. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. I'm very bad at that. But happy Father's Day to my father. He means so much to me. Thank you. He always listens to both this and the podcast, which means just so much to me that he would take time, because he is much busier than I am. He doesn't even have time for a podcast. So the fact that he would take time to listen to my amateur-ish podcast is just phenomenal, and I'm very grateful for that. I'm very grateful for him always being there when I needed him. He only ever missed one Little League game of mine. He did miss my only ever career home run, but that's okay. That's because the game started early. He showed up on time. Game started early. He only ever missed one track meet, even though he had 3 kids in track, 2 kids in baseball. Just a phenomenal dad. So hats off to you, Dad, and all the fathers out there. We, however, will start in the NFL today, where Brandon Ayuk, who is a all-pro caliber receiver, Pro Bowl caliber receiver for the San Francisco 49ers, and a key member of that receiving corps that led them to the Super Bowl, tells Jaden Daniels on a social media post that he posted that the 49ers don't want him back. Brandon Ayuk added more intrigue to his contract stalemate with the San Francisco 49ers with a post to TikTok Monday. In the video, Ayuk is telling via FaceTime Washington Commanders quarterback Jaden Daniel, his former teammate at Arizona State when they both played there. Ayuk tells Daniel, "They don't want me back." Daniels responds, "That's it." And Ayuk responds, "I swear," prompting Daniels to shout, "My boy." Ayuk wrote the caption of the post, "I'm laughing, but I'm crying for real." He's coming off a 75 catch, 1,300 yards, 7 touchdown season. Ayuk is entering the final year of his rookie contract and is slated to make $14.1 million against the salary cap. He didn't participate in 49ers offseason programs. He's subject to fines of $100,000. Minnesota Vikings wide receiver Justin Jefferson recently reset the receiver market with a 4-year extension that averaged $35 million. A.J. Brown second with 32. Amon-Ra St. Brown has 30. Jalen Waddle has 38. He believes he's somewhere in that range. The problem is the 49ers' best wide receiver, or at least in their eyes, is wide receiver Deebo Samuel. Said during the team's minicamp that there has been regular contract talks with Ayuk throughout the offseason, offering his help when needed on how to navigate the contract situation. Samuel himself agreed to a 3-year extension at the end of the 2022 season, but not before he demanded a trade due to the slow pace of his contract talks. So whether Ayuk will be there is really besides the point, because they just signed Christian McCaffrey to a 3-year extension, making him the highest paid running back. And that offense really revolves around the running back itself. So Ayuk really doesn't have a lot of leverage here. However, he's going to make some young quarterback look awesome, because he is a very good receiver. All right, NBA Finals time. Let's check in on that. So Friday night, I said it was over. It's 3-0. It's 3-0 Boston. It's going Boston way. All the calls, Luka Doncic not playing defense, Kyrie Irving not hitting shots. Well, all that changed in game 4, at least for one game. Let me tell you, it was Dallas early. It was Dallas often. Doncic had 29 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. Kyrie Irving had 21 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists. That's because they didn't play the entire fourth quarter, because the final score was 122-84 in favor of Dallas. The lead is 3-1 Boston. We are headed back to Boston tonight, so this series could be very much over. However, it was the defense of the Dallas Mavericks. It held Jason Tatum to 15 points. It held Jaylen Brown to 10 points. It held Drew Holiday to 10 points. Now, again, none of them played the fourth quarter, but it held them to terrible shooting. They did finish 34% from three. However, at one point, they were like 1 of 16 from downtown. So Dallas stepped up defense, got more physical. Doncic was actually trying on defense. So for at least for one game, Dallas flexed its muscle. I expected that outcome in game 3, not game 4. Now we go back to Boston for game 5. It'll be very interesting to see if they can replicate game 5. And now Boston's going to be ready for that. And if Boston is ready for that, do we get a close game but still Boston win? Time will tell, and you'll find out. If the series ends, I'll be back on Wednesday. If it doesn't, I will continue on probably with just the once a week sort of deal. All right, let's look at this NHL schedule. Game 4 also took place Saturday for the NHL, and here's the deal. It was more of the same. It was a 3-0 Florida Panther lead. They have just been dominating the Oilers. Oilers looked terrible. And then the Oilers come back and score 3 goals in the first period. Matt, is Janmark, Adam Henrik, I think it's Henrik because it's Henrique, Henrik, and Dylan Holloway all scored in the first period. Vladimir Tarasenko scored for the Florida Panthers in the first period. That's the only goal. Connor McDavid then scored in the second. Darnell Nurse scored in the second. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins scored in the second. Then Dylan Holloway again in the third. And Ryan McLeod also in the third. Count them up, everyone. That's 8 goals to Florida's 1. It's 3-0 Edmonton. This game shifts back to Florida for game 5. So the script writers for both NBA and NHL just redid the script. And just from Friday to Saturday, and said, here you go, just use our script, have the team down 3-0, just blow out that team, and we'll try again in game 5. Apparently, game 5 is Tuesday night back in Florida. And then finally, the College Baseball World Series started. I know pretty much nothing about college baseball. I don't really know too much, as I said, just 5 seconds ago, LOL. So don't expect a lot of analysis. However, I will tell you that on Friday, the opening round, the number 1 overall ranked Tennessee Volunteers, they are the top ranked team, beat Florida State 12-11, high score game. Second game was the 4th ranked North Carolina Tar Heels against number 12 Virginia. North Carolina won 3-2. On Saturday, oh, by the way, it's double elimination in the College World Series. On Saturday, the number 2 seed Kentucky took on the number 10 seed North Carolina State, beat them 5-4 in 10 innings. Texas A&M beat Florida 3-2. Then on Sunday, in still the winners bracket, I would say, it goes winners and losers since it's double elimination. Tennessee beat North Carolina 6-1. And in an elimination game between Virginia and Florida State stays alive with a 7-3 victory over Virginia. So North Carolina now shifts to the losing bracket. Tennessee chugging right along. And then today, the final in an elimination game, Florida versus NC State. Florida staves off elimination, 5-4 victory over North Carolina State. Kentucky and Texas A&M play later tonight. Again, both those teams haven't lost yet, so it's double elimination. Tuesday, it will be an elimination game between Florida State and North Carolina, and then it will be an elimination game, I would assume, against the loser of Texas A&M, Kentucky, and North Carolina. The loser of Texas A&M, Kentucky, and North Carolina. That's who it will be on Tuesday. And I will be back Wednesday for an all-new rendition. Yeah, I might as well just come back Wednesday. I'll probably come back Wednesday. I'll come back Wednesday. All right, everyone, that'll do it for me. Let's comment down below. Happy belated Father's Day. Comment down below. Happy belated Father's Day. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Go check out Instagram at 4th and 1 Podcast. We're not doing anything new, but we are posting clips. Go check out our all brand new episode of the 4th and 1 Podcast. All the words are spelled out. Drop now. We previewed the Big 12. It was a very fun episode. I loved it. I loved doing that one. A little long previewing because there are so many teams in conference. A little over an hour. This one was much shorter than the Big 10, around an hour and 20 minutes. That's where I want to keep it, between an hour and 20 minutes. ACC is coming up this Friday. It will just be me and Robert. We are both very excited to do that. Simeon is off vacationing. How dare he? Until next time, know God loves you. I pray God blesses you. Wash your hands, you filthy animals, and peace out.